with you Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, delivering live free picks here for the next day's action. And before we bring in our cappers from Tony'sPicks.com, just want to remind you guys what we have going on over at the site. Our promo, you can save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link in the description below. Click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. And also, we'd like to hear from you, so post your picks in the comments below. We would greatly appreciate that. All right, let's take a look at who's on the show with us here tonight. With us is Ben Ruhala, Ramon Scott, and Mindy Han. All right, let's go ahead and let's get opening line started. Let's go ahead and bring in Ben Ruhala. You'll find him over at Tony'sPicks.com, where he's done good work in MLB this season. So let's bring in Ben right now. So we're going to roll here. There you go. Ben, how's it going?
Good. How you doing, Tony?
Doing great. All right, Ben, looking here at Major League Baseball here for Tuesday as we got the Astros and Red Sox going head-to-head.
Yeah, so let's rock and roll with my play, or as I like to say, my pick in the Houston Astros versus the Boston Red Sox game for Tuesday. 7:10 is the game start. We've got pretty good right-handed pitchers on the mound here. We got Jose Urquidy of the Astros versus Nathan Eovaldi of the Red Sox. Urquidy is 2-1 this year with a 4.40 ERA, a 1.33 WHIP, 19 Ks in 28 2/3 of an inning. Urquidy should be well rested. He only went 3 innings in his last start. It was a rain-shortened game, and it was made up on the next day, which he did not come back out in that second day. Over his last 2 games, he's only given up 1 run in those last 2 games. Obviously, one of them was only 3 innings. Eovaldi, on the other side, he's technically Boston's ace. He's 1-1 with a 3.15 ERA, a 1.08 WHIP. He's got 42 Ks in 40 innings. And traditionally, Eovaldi's been a better pitcher at home, and they are at home. This year, he had 1 outing that kind of blew up his ERA a little bit, so he's sitting at 3.72 at home, but normally he pitches a lot better at home. Right now, neither team is really playing to the over. The Astros are 6-16 on the season, or 27.3% to the over on the road. And the Red Sox are 4-9, or 30.8% to the over at home. So, and runs have just been really inconsistent for the Red Sox. The Red Sox are averaging only 2.92 runs a game at home. The Astros are averaging 4.55 runs on the road, but again, they are facing Boston's ace. So, therefore, to quote the legendary Boston band Aerosmith classic, draw the line. We're going to draw it at no more than 8 runs. And so this one here, I'm taking under the total of 9 runs.
All right, Ben Ruhala here says take Astros Red Sox for Tuesday, go under total of 9 runs. All right, let's continue on here with our opening line show here, joined by Ben Ruhala. Let's take a look at pick number 2 from Ben. We're going to look at the Guardians and the Reds, Battle of Ohio.
Yeah, so we've got the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Cleveland Guardians. That's a 6:10 game. We've got, for the Reds, we've got rookie right-hander Connor Overton. And for the Guardians, we've got Zach Plesac. Overton's actually been pretty good this year so far. He's 1-0 with a 1.59 ERA, a WHIP just above 1 at 1.06. But he's only got 8 Ks in 17 innings, so he's not really overpowering necessarily. Overton also has faced the Pirates twice. He did face the Rockies and pitched pretty good against the Rockies, and that game was actually in Coors Field as well. Plesac, he's been a little bit hit or miss here. He's 1-3 on the season with a 4.68 ERA, a 1.35 WHIP, and 20 Ks in 32 2/3 innings. His ERA at home is better. It's 3.75, so below 4 there. And, believe it or not, both teams, including the Reds here, have been playing well of late. They are coming off losses in their last games, but the Reds and Guardians are both 6-4 in their last 10. The difference here, though, is the Guardians are hitting at home. The Guardians are hitting right-handed pitching at batting average of 267, and right now the batting averages in baseball are just so low. 267 is like it's high. Which is actually 60 points higher for them against right-handed pitching versus left-handed pitching. And they're also hitting 260 as a whole at home. The Reds They are playing better, but this is a big step up. They won games against the Pirates, and yeah, they had a good showing against Milwaukee, but it was in Cincinnati. The Guardians series, Guardians have taken series against the White Sox, the Padres, the Blue Jays, so they've beaten some good teams here. And again, we'll quote the classic song, Cleveland Rocks, Cleveland Rocks. My pick here is the Cleveland Guardians run line plus 132.
All right, Ben Ruhala here on Cleveland and Cincinnati. He says take the Guardians run line plus 132 against the Cincinnati Reds. All right, let's continue on here with opening lines. We're joined by Ben Ruhala. Ben, I want everybody to know what you have going on over at Tony'sPicks.com here for Tuesdays. We got a couple double headers from baseball. Looks like 17 games on the card. NBA returns, so does NHL. What do you have going on over the site?
Yeah, so I will be sticking mainly to baseball again tomorrow. And I'll definitely have a 3-pack going in baseball. The doubleheaders are a little tricky because obviously a lot of the lines and information don't come out until almost, it's like too late to kind of jump on those. But again, I'll have a 3-pack out there, and then if anybody buys a daily or 7-day monthly, they will get the additional plays. I've been playing about 7 to 10 games a day, and again, that way they get access to all those picks if they buy a longer package. And again, with the discount, I think that's a great deal. So I may put something on, have a pick on the NBA playoffs, but my focus right now, at least for now, will be for baseball going forward for a while.
That's right. Get on board with Ben Ruhala over at Tony'sPicks.com. Showing great profit here in MLB for this season. All documents, you can verify that over on his handicapper page. He'll have a 3-pack for you here from MLB for Tuesday, or you get the long-term passes. Ben has a 3, 7, or 3rd-day all-sports pass where you get all of his premium plays for that period of time. You select when you go to his handicapper page and you make that purchase. So good time to do that. Get that 1-month pass. We'll get you all 30 days of baseball there from Ben. And of course, we can save you some money there. $66 on a 1-month all-sports pass when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Of course, that's good on any other pass. If you get his 1-day pass, a 3-pack up there, it's covered as well. You can access Ben's page by clicking the link in the description below, clicking the all capper tabs, and get signed up. All right, Ben, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Tony.
You got it. Ben Ruhala here on Opening Lines. Hey, we're here with Opening Lines Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe. Of course, you want to set those notifications because you want to make sure you get the best numbers possible, the best lines, so do that if you would. Let's continue on here with the show. Now it's time to bring in Mindy Hahn. You'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com. Looks like she's been off to a good day today here, so let's bring her in right now. You'll find everything. We got Mindy ready to roll. Mindy, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. How are you?
It's going great, going great. All right, here we go with your Major League Baseball pick for the show. We're looking here at the Tigers and Rays.
Yeah, so we have the Tigers, 12-23 on the season. Rays, 21-14. Bo Brisky here for the Tigers, sitting at 0-2 for the season. 3.86 ERA, 11 Ks, 1.19 WHIP. Versus Shane McClanahan for the Rays, 2-2 on the season, 2.52 ERA, 58 Ks, and a .92 WHIP. The Tigers, Jay, just haven't really been scoring too much here as of late. They actually ranked 30th, which is dead last for Major League Baseball here for runs, while the Rays are 13th. Tigers only averaging about 2.4 runs in their last 5 games, while the Rays are sitting at 3.2, averaging out of their last 5. But both, if you take a look at the first 5, both are sitting at 1.6 runs in the first 5 innings. If you take a look at this with, not too much scoring going on, plus you have a Rays pitcher that likes to strike out a lot of folks here, I don't really see, too much scoring going on. You also have, bullpens that are pretty decent here. And you also have good whips, low ERAs. And then also, each team is striking out about, 8 batters per game here on each side, with the Tigers and the Rays too. So with this one here, for me, I like the under in this one, under 7.
All right, Mindy says take the Tigers and Rays to go under total of 7 runs. Teams Tigers not hitting, but getting good work on the bullpen. Low scoring here under the total of 7 runs. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com here for action on Tuesday. As I said, double headers from baseball. I think it was about the 17 games on the card from MLB. Hockey returns with 2 games as we're into the second round. It felt like we've only 1 round in. It felt like 2 rounds with all these 7-game series, but we only got 1 round in. Still 3 more rounds to go in the NHL playoffs, as well as the NBA returns here with the Eastern Conference final game 1. They're doing great work here in NHL last 7 days. I've documented. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, so I will have some hockey plays for you tomorrow. Struggling a little bit with the postseason here for NBA this season. Not really sure about this parity of, in the finals, people getting beat by, 40 points. It's pretty crazy. But for Major League Baseball, got, halfway through the card here for tomorrow. Don't quite have lines out, but quite a few games that I really like. I was showing about 7 so far. I'll probably narrow those down. Get some 3-packs out. Had a winning day yesterday. So far, so good, like you had mentioned. But got my free pick this morning if you watch that show with the Marlins. And so we're ready to go tomorrow to get some more wins. But I'll have, definitely a 3-pack for MLB. Probably my best bet or a guaranteed pick here for the NHL. You can take a look at some of my, longer-term passes, a 7-day 30-day pass, or you can get that Major League Baseball. If you really like Major League Baseball, that's your sport. I got that full season, regular season pass out right now that you can take a look at. Use that promo code, get $60 off. Really comes down to a nice price for you if you like Major League Baseball.
Try to get on board with Mindy over at TonySpace.com. Doing great work in the NHL past 7 days documented. Of course, she'll have picks up there from Major League Baseball here for Tuesday. Of course, we'll see if she's in action here from NBA or NHL. But anyway, get on board with that. Long-term passes for our live audience. That's really your best value there. You can get on board with Mindy's 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. You get all of our premium plays for that period of time. You select when you go to our profile page and you make that purchase. That 1-month pass is a very good value here because that 1 month will take you, 30 days of baseball as well as 30 days of the NHL playoffs. That will take you maybe right to the beginning of the finals from the NHL. You'll get 2 full rounds in of hockey, as well as the remainder of the NBA playoffs. I was taking the NBA finals as well with that 1-month pass. $329.89. Now we use the promo code TonyT at checkout. That will save you $66. So use that promo code. If that promo code is good on any package, not just the 30-day pass. If you want to try out for 3 days or 7 days, that will work too. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link in the description below, clicking the All Cappers tab, and then get signed up. All right, Mindy, as always, a great having you show. Continue success. I know we do a little feature here for everyone with your parlay.
Yep, we got the parlay coming up next, so can't wait to get that one in. I really like my plays. Also have Wnba here probably by the end of the week, so I'm excited to get that started as well.
Yes, Wnba. You just need some time to gather up the stats, and
I do.
And it works because it worked great for you in baseball, right? You got that's a good start in baseball.
Well, yeah, I mean, I need a little bit of time to start because, you never know from year to year if things are going to have the same parity, right? So yeah. I usually like to wait a little bit, take some time. I know it makes some people mad, but it's kind of what I got to do when I'm a stats person.
That's right. No doubt about that. All right, Mindy, continue that. So you can follow Mindy on Twitter, Tony Speaks Mindy, right?
That's right.
All right.
Always put out a couple plays per day for Twitter, so follow us there for more free plays.
That's right. All right, Mindy, continue that success. We'll talk to you a little bit with our parlay now segment.
Sounds good.
Mindy Hahn here on Opening Lines. Hey, we're here with Opening Lines Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like and subscribe. You really want to set your notifications for our live shows because you really want to get the best possible number possible. I know a lot of you guys want to have multiple books available to you, so that's very important, so be sure to do that. Of course, we're here with Opening Lines Monday through Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's continue on here with the show. Now it's time to bring in Ramon Scott. You'll find him over at TonySpace.com where he's done great work up there. Ramon, what's happening?
Hey, Tony, ready for a great week. Great week of playoff action.
Yes, what a week we had in the NHL. NBA resumes as well, but we're going to be looking here at Game 1 here in the East, the Eastern Conference semis, as we got the Lightning taking on the Panthers.
Yeah, Tony, you guys mentioned, the NBA and NHL playoffs and how they're going, the blowouts or whatever. This game will be played at the same time as Miami and Boston, so if something goes awry there in the NBA, you could always tune into this one. It's got the fans in Tampa a little up in arms, or in the Miami area and in Florida playing the game at the same time. But the Lightning and the Panthers, you got an interesting matchup, right? You have the 2-time defending Cup champions against the President's Cup winner this season. That's pretty interesting. 8 times that's happened in playoff history since they started the President's Cup, and well, it's split 4-4. But we know the Lightning are right now obviously 9 straight playoff wins, and they're a pretty substantial underdog in this series. So something's got to give, right? These teams definitely are high-scoring teams as far as the matchups and their over/unders are concerned this year, but I've got Vasilevsky and Bobrovsky in goal. I'm looking for the goalies to stand out in this one. Vasilevsky, he's got a couple of cups, obviously. He has a Vezina trophy. He really stood out there at the end. He was a little shaky in that Toronto series, sure, but he came up big in the last couple of games. He stopped those 9 shots in the overtime game and really was sharp in the last 2 games, kind of found his typical playoff form. Remember, Bobrovsky faced Tampa back in 2019 when Columbus swept Tampa, and he only allowed 8 goals in that one. So he's got some history here at shutting down the Lightning. Obviously, they played since then, since he's come over to Florida as well. So these two teams, they split 4 meetings this year. They both won on home ice twice, so you can see it's probably going to go that way. There'll be some road victories here and whatnot, but 2 of the 4 games went under. Nothing too substantial there, but maybe comparatively, because these teams were such strong teams, to the over this season. Now, Braden Point is definitely doubtful for this game for Tampa Bay. They'll have to get along without their center, but I just have the goalies, Tony, being able to stand out here. I know that, look, there are some games with goals in the playoffs. We know that, and maybe when the games get towards the end, they tighten up a little bit. But with 6.5, I'm going to look to go under this one. The teams met last year in the first round. Tampa Bay won in 6, including 2 of 3 games when they were on the road. But one key point coming in right now that Florida's got to clean up, Tony, they were 0 for 18 on the power play against Washington. That's inexcusable. No team's ever advanced, going with so poorly in the power play. No goals in the whole series. So Tampa Bay, they're almost kind of opposite, really, when you think of their power play in the postseason. They were 7-13 in the series against Toronto, and they've actually got the best power play percentage in the playoffs all time as a franchise. So obviously they're not they're not part of the original 6, obviously. But Vasilevsky, 2.67 goals allowed versus Florida last season. I just have a feeling that the goalies, the 2 Russian goalies, going to come to play, Tony, at least in game 1, and keep this one under the big number of 6.5. I'm looking for some playoff rough and tumble. Let's keep it low.
All right, Ramon Scott says here, game 1, Lightning Panthers. Take Lightning Panthers go under total of 6.5 goals. All right, let's continue on here with opening lines here, joined by Ramon Scott. You can find his best by clicking the link in the description below and getting signed up. He's doing great work up there on the site. All right, Ramon, we go to WNBA here as we've got the Sun taking on Liberty.
Yeah, I think we're debuting WNBA. Yep. We've had the videos, obviously, but maybe debuting them here on Overnight Lines and the other show. So the Sun and the Liberty, I guess they're kind of rivals in a way. The Sun are favored by 7. This one, total's actually moved up already a couple of points, opened 156.5, seeing 158.5, even some 159. The Liberty 1-3 so far. The Sun just 1-1 over the last 3 years. The Sun have won 5 of the 6 matchups and 4-2 against the spread against the Liberty. These 2 teams have already met this season back on May 7th. The Liberty won that one in Connecticut. A little stunned them a little bit, 81-79. So Sun coming off a big win over the LA Sparks, 77-60 at home on Saturday. The Sparks were on the 4th game of their road trip, and the Sun really took it to them. But big news for the Sun coming into this one. Look, they're 7-point favorites, laying a pretty substantial number here on the road, but they're going to get 2 All-Stars back in their lineup that have not played this year, and we're talking about Bonner and Williams. I mean, Connecticut's stacked. I mean, they've got to be. I talked about the Aces maybe being number 1, but look at the personnel for Connecticut. When you have all-stars coming back in, like Bonner, she was in the she was playing in her playoffs in Turkey, and she's back now. She sat on the bench last game and just has to get cleared medically. Williams was serving a suspension, but you got Jonquel Jones, you got Alyssa Thomas, Jasmine Thomas, Dejanay Carrington's got a couple of starts, and she looked good in her first 2 starts. So you basically have 6 All-Stars in the tallest team in the league, the Sun. They're really going to be a menace this season. Now, the Liberty, I mentioned their 1-3 record. They're also 1-3 against the spread. Now, Ionescu had 2 great games, had one kind of a clunker, but just 31 points in her last game, just 2 off her career high. So she's going to be tough to contain. That's the one she's one you got to look out for, and also Natasha Howard as well. Beck Allen's going to make her debut, but for the Liberty, Dee Richards questionable. Willoughby's going to be out. I've got the Sun being able to handle this one, Tony. They might get there by double digits. I'll lay the 7 points against the New York Liberty on Tuesday.
All right, Ramon's on here. WNBA action for Tuesday. Take the Sun, lane the 7 against the Liberty. All right, Ramon, let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com here for Tuesday's action. Putting up great numbers here the last 30 days. All sports combined, 2,607 units of profit. That is all documented. You can visit Ramon's page over at Tony'sPicks.com. All the plays there are transparent. They're graded immediately there. You can see them all. All right, we got a big card for Major League Baseball with the double headers in. We got what's like 17 games on the card. The NBA returns with 1 from the Eastern Conference Finals, 2 on the ice. So WNBA, what do you have gone on over at Tony'sPicks.com?
Well, 26. I'll just rather cash out if that's okay. Let's tell them what we have.
Well, you can add another 100 because some grades just came in. 2707 now.
All right, there you go. I'm not going to cash out, Tony. We're going to keep it going, right? I mean, we're on a great roll. It's going on about 40 days right now, keeping that that 30-day number pretty solid. So let's look at this card for tomorrow. And, of course, pretty big baseball card will definitely be in action there. I know there's a doubleheader. There's a real big card, Tony. I've got too many games. I'm going to have to pare it down a little bit. Want to see some more wins out of myself, too, on baseball before we really load up the card. But you can expect there might be close to half a dozen selections on that card. On the ice with the 2 games, we mentioned the Lightning and the Panthers. St. Louis and Colorado also opens their series. Probably going to be in action there as well. As far as that Boston-Miami game is concerned, going to be in action. Going to have a play there. 5 games in the WNBA, and will also be in action there, Tony. And maybe even some soccer tomorrow. We're loading up big week. A lot of great games, and looking forward to these playoff series, especially, we'll say, in the NHL. I mean, great matchups.
Yeah, great matchups indeed. Get on board with Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. Now up to 2,707 units of profit grading just coming in here with Ramon. Get on board. He'll have action for you there on Tuesday from baseball. Some 3-packs up there. He's whittling down his card. You may find NBA. You might find NHL. You may see some guaranteed picks. This is opening lines. We're just breaking these numbers down and get them to you. But for those of you watching this live, you can look at and pick up one of Ramon's long-term passes. The 3, 7, 30 All Sports pass is a very good value there because you'll get all of Ramon's premium plays for that period of time you select when you go to his profile page and make that purchase. 1 month of NBA will take you right to the end of the NBA Finals, right? June 15th. We start the finals June 2nd, so we'll get you right down to the end of that, as well as at least another 2 rounds of NHL playoffs with a 1 month pass, as well as baseball. And of course, any of those other sports. You know, he looks at soccer, he looks at tennis. We have a big tournament next week in golf. We have golf matchups up there we do on the site. First 5 innings as well. So if you bet first 5 innings, our cappers are documented on that. We can put those picks in the system for you. First five sides, first 5 totals, first 5 money lines, all available now over at Tony'sPicks.com. But anyway, get on board with one of long-term pass from Ramon Scott. We can save you some money. Let's say you get that 1 month pass. We can save $66 off that when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Of course, that 20% off is good on any premium pick packages over on our site. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link in the description below. Click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. All right, Ramon, is always great having your show. Continue that great success. But I see we've got you also have Tony's Picks Twitter.
Yeah, and you can get selections from us every day. You log in and follow us on Twitter. I'm at Tony's Picks Ramon. All you're going to get from me there is nothing but picks, usually 1 or 2 a day. Nothing but picks, no frivolous information, just picks, and picks Follow all the cappers on Twitter. Just put Tony's Picks, followed by their first name. You're getting to know them all now, and you can get more free picks every day from us on Twitter. I would say anywhere from 8 to 20 extra plays if you follow all of us, Tony. You mentioned that big golf tournament coming up, but also I'll tell you, Tony, and there were some huge favorites today. I couldn't get involved in tennis because there were some matches out there, 2 dime favorites, 4 dime favorites, some crazy odds. But the French Open right around the corner, and if you want some free money right now, I don't know. People are talking about it, but the hottest player in the world is not really talked about too much. Iga Swiatek, she's won 5 straight tournaments. She's probably going to win another one this week, and she is plus 200 to win the French Open. Throw down 100, you're going to have $300 in a couple of weeks. Seems like a guarantee.
Yeah, you got a prop there from Ramon Scott from a player prop. All right, very good, Ramon. We'll talk with you tomorrow, but I know you also contribute with videos on the site as well.
Yeah, I'm doing WNBA videos, also some hockey videos, and who knows what I'll come up with. Maybe I'll even have a French Open preview, but yeah, we're all on board now, getting these videos together, making Tony's YouTube channel blow up if it wasn't already. I mean, come on. This is Tony T, one of the hottest, you look at the numbers, got one of the hottest YouTube channels around, and we're just lucky to be a part of it.
Well,
Thank you.
Glad to have you guys around. You're doing great work. Ramon Scott, have yourself a great evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
See you then, Tony.
You got Ramon Scott here on Opening Lines. Hey, we're here with Opening Lines Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like and subscribe. Of course, I always remind you guys to set those notifications. You want to catch us live to beat those opening numbers. Get the number before they start to move. Of course, if you can't, well, you can always watch us on replay. Get the information. It's very valuable for you. And also, we'll be back again tomorrow at 3 Eastern Time. Our other live show here with our picks cappers from Tony'sPicks.com covering the major sports. 3 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Game Day Picks. 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you tune into that, like, and subscribe. All right, now it's time for my pick. We're going to go here to the NBA. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals features the Celtics and Heat. And I'll be looking at the home team Heat here at -1.5. Looks like Marcus Smart is questionable for Boston. Kyle Lowry doubtful here. Of course, the Heat. I forgot about the Heat, right? It's been a while, right? They haven't played since Thursday when they eliminated the 76ers 99-90. They have 4 days rest entering here Game 1. Boston eliminated Milwaukee in a 7-game series. Only 1 day of rest for Boston. The Celtics did beat a tired-looking Bucks team, remember, who eliminated Phoenix in 6 games in last year's NBA Finals. I will say this. The 2 teams that got eliminated on Sunday, well, they were the finalists in the NBA Finals, and they didn't conclude their season to July 20th, right? We had a late start to the season, late playoff time, so they did not have the usual, they had 2 less months of rest time. To their credit, they didn't complain one bit about it. Didn't we hear the Lakers moan a bit about trying to start the season? No, not the Suns, not the Bucks. They played through it. They got eliminated without a word about the lack of rest during the off season. So there you go. And Milwaukee, of course, the Heat. One thing to go with the Heat. The Heat at home in the playoffs have been pretty solid here. 118 points per 100 possessions, while holding teams to 100 per 100. Of course, the Celtics have performed well on the road, but again, not to the level that the Heat have at their home court. Miami 6-0 in the playoffs at home, shooting 49% from the field, 37% from 3. And on the road in the playoffs, the Celtics 45%, 35% from beyond that. Remember, they did not shoot the ball very well in the series there against the Bucks, but they really just out-hustled the Bucks and they got the Game 7, right? It went down to 1 game. The rest advantage home court, I'll side with Heat here in Game 1 with the Heat minus the 1.5. Hey guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com. You can find my best bets up there. I'll have a 3-pack for you there going on Tuesday with my best bet from the NBA and 2 best bets from Major League Baseball. I was sitting at the top of the leaderboards here at Tony'sPicks.com in Major League Baseball. I was like number 2. Tiffany. Tiffany's been on fire. We're going to get some videos from Tiffany pretty soon. She'll be doing some of the shorts. She has been on absolute fire in NHL and in MLB. And I got a long way to catch her. But anyway, I'm number 2 in baseball here, so be sure to check me out there. Get a long-term pass there over at Tony'sPicks.com for me. Of course, you can always use the promo code here, TonyT at checkout. Will save you 20% off. You can access my page by clicking the link in the description below, clicking the All Cappers tab, and go ahead and get signed up there. And don't forget that promo code TonyT at checkout. All right, let's continue on here with opening lines. Now it's time to do the recap. Let's show you the picks from the cappers tonight. We start with Ben. Ben said Houston Astros. He liked under 9 runs there. Then he came in with the Cleveland Guardians, take the run line plus 132 against the Reds. Mindy says Tigers Rays. Her pick was under 7. Ramon NHL, Lightning and Panthers under 6.5. Then he came in with WNBA, Sun -7 against Liberty. And yours truly here, the Heat, -1.5 against the Celtics. All right. That'll do it here for this edition of of opening lines. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time for our game day picks. We'll bring our cappers in from Tony'sPicks.com, and they'll give you live free picks for that day's action. That's game day picks tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Follow me on Twitter at Tony's Picks is the Twitter account. Don't forget to check out our videos. Mindy will return here with her parlay, or 2-team parlay. We'll be shooting that right after the show, so keep the eye out for that one. All right. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew here from tonight's show. Good night, you guys. Have a great night. We'll talk with you again tomorrow live at 10 Eastern time with opening lines.